By now, you've heard the news. Should not be surprising whatsoever. Donald Trump was snubbed from the Nobel Peace Prize. And when you look at how much Donald Trump, the humanitarian, that's what I'm going to start calling him, Donald Trump, the humanitarian. When you look at Donald Trump, the peacemaker, and all that he has done, I can't think of anything more that he would need to have done to promote peace around the world. He literally just brought peace to the Middle East again. But instead, it went to Venezuelan opposition leader Maria Corina Machado for her tireless work promoting democratic and human rights for the people of Venezuela, and for her struggle to achieve a just and peaceful transition from dictatorship to democracy. So, hold on. It says here it was her struggle to achieve the transition from dictatorship to democracy. Did she actually pull any of that off? Because as far as I can tell, the country's still being ruled by a dictator and carries out a whole bunch of human rights abuses. And on top of that, they also are still sending a bunch of drugs to our country to kill our citizens. So this woman is in a struggle session, has not been successful. And they're like, oh, well, she tried. But she tried really hard, guys. She gets a participation trophy. It was a E for effort. Good job. I mean, you didn't do it, but we know your heart was in the right place. I mean, this is just laughable at this point. I don't know why anyone would take this seriously at all. But the Nobel chairman tried to come up with, he was asked by a reporter, why didn't Trump win? And here was his justification.
In the long history of the Nobel Peace Prize, I think this committee have seen any type of campaign, media attention. We receive thousands and thousands of letters every year of people wanting to say what for them leads to peace. This committee sits in a room filled with the portraits of all laureates, and that room is filled with both courage and integrity. So we base only our decision on the work and the will of Alfred Nobel.
Oh, sits in a room full of portraits of the past laureates. Oh, okay. Like good old Barack Hussein Obama, who won the Nobel Peace Prize in, 2009, less than 9 months after taking office. His first term. Like, dude had not done anything yet, but the Nobel Committee said it awarded him the prize for his extraordinary efforts to strengthen international diplomacy and cooperation between peoples. So it turns out the Nobel Peace Prize is just won if you just talk about peace. Because the chick who just won it didn't really do anything, but she talked about it. She wanted to. She tried real hard. Barack Obama won the Peace Prize. He talked about it. He didn't make it. By the way, that was something that even liberals were admitting when the award was given to him, that this was based on aspirations, not necessarily accomplishments. He hadn't actually done anything concrete, but he is the first black president of the United States, after all. And by the way, Obama actually himself admitted that he did not even deserve it.
I cannot argue with those who find these men and women, some known, some obscure to all but those they help, to be far more deserving of this honor than I.
Okay. Interesting, because as he was saying that, the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan were still going on.
But perhaps the most profound issue surrounding my receipt of this prize is the fact that I am the commander-in-chief of a military, of a nation, in the midst of 2 wars.
Oh.
And I'm responsible for the deployment of thousands of young Americans to battle in a distant land.
Is war peace?
And some will kill.
Is peace war?
And some will be killed.
Oh, that doesn't sound very peaceful. Killing and being killed, that doesn't sound very peaceful, Barack. That doesn't sound very peaceful at all. So 2 wars at that time. How many wars is America in under President Trump? Oh, 0. Gotcha. And by the way, later in Obama's presidency, just so we're clear here about what it takes to be a Nobel Peace Prize winner. Later on in his presidency, he expanded drone strikes in Libya, in Syria. He was like flattening countries. He was killing innocents. He was like the bomber in chief. And it's just laughable to see when you go back and you look at, I mean, how this has just been like not a serious thing since Barack Obama won it. The Nobel team in 2009 praised Obama's rhetoric about nuclear disarmament and a new tone of engagement in global politics. Oh, so that's important to you guys. It's so interesting because President Trump has literally been talking about nuclear disarmament for years.
I'm also calling on every nation to join us in ending the development of biological weapons once and for all. And biological is terrible, and nuclear is even beyond, and we include nuclear in that. We want to have a cessation of the development of nuclear weapons.
By the way, the man, he doesn't even want to utter the whole word.
Be careful, because we can't let people throw around that word. I call it the N word. There are two N words, and you can't use either of them. Can't use either of them.
Name me a president who's done that, huh? This is just Trump, okay? So when you compare the chick who won it, who didn't do anything this year, and you compare Barack Obama, and you compare his wishes, his talking points, but he was a great orator. He spoke about peace. Let's compare that, speaking about peace, to what President Trump has actually accomplished. You've got first the Abraham Accord. Okay, President Trump helped broker normalization agreements between Israel and several Arab states. Had never been done before. How about the fact that over with North Korea, he held an unprecedented summit opening talks with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un, Rocket Man, of course, lowering the risk of nuclear war. Then he helped mediate the Armenia-Azerbaijan corridor. And they literally, by the way, they called it TRIP. What does that stand for, you might ask? Trump Route for International Peace and Prosperity. His name is in the mediation agreement. He held a peace summit at the White House in an attempt to end the Russia-Ukraine war. Remember that? He brokered a ceasefire deal between Israel and Iran. He helped broker the Rwanda-Congo peace treaty. Oh, I'm still going. He was a leading figure in the de-escalation between India and Pakistan. These are two nuclear powers. And President Trump was essential. And you know he was essential because the Prime Minister of Canada, as you see in this headline, was forced to credit Donald Trump. Do you know how much it pains these people to give him any sort of credit? They hate him. He had no choice because Donald Trump was the leading figure. Donald Trump was instrumental in yet another version of peace around the world. And by the way, these are two powers that had been at war for like ever. Donald Trump was like, let me just stop. Let me in. Let me talk to him. I can fix this. But no, that's okay. Don't give it. It's fine. And again, guys, by the way, I said this yesterday. I said he's not going to win it. It's not like he's not going to. I get that. But I just wanted you guys to remember who it is that we're giving these awards to. I mean, I can't think of a single traditional award these days that actually matters anymore, that hasn't been overtaken by these liberal shills. So, no, he didn't win. Do I care? No, because what matters is not talk like Obama. It's not talk like some chick from Venezuela who she thinks really hard though about it. She wishes a lot. It's more important to have actual peace. And that is what President Trump has done. And if the history books are written fairly, they will reflect that. If you like this clip and you want to see the full episode, click here. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, come on, you know you do. Click here.